Morning guys, how you doing? Welcome to my channel and to my update. So today is Friday, the sun is shining finally, and I thought I would come for a little walk and have a chat with you. So it seems forever since I've been out, so I thought I'd come for a little walk. Week 16 update, and technically 4 months. So 16 weeks. I'm doing this kind of rather than calendar monthly, we'll do it every 4 weeks. So yeah, a little bit of an update. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching. It's great to see you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do a girl a favour, get in there. Thank you for all of my new subscribers as well. Like I say, I've hit over 300 now, so thank you for that. Next push, 400. Who's going to help me out with that? Smush that little subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, promise. Anyway, so let's see how we've been getting on. So week 16. Been back down to earth with a bit of a bump, and a little bit back to basics over this last week. So yeah, sun is really bright, it's beautiful, makes a change. It's good to be out and about. So yeah, last week, as you might know, like I say, we had the most amazing time in London town, our trip to the palace, and it was all very decadent. All of our niceness and loveliness obviously then ended up with me gaining a couple of pounds. But do you know what? It was worth it. And I think by letting your hair down, you've got to let your hair down every now and again. And I've said right from the start with this, really, it's trying to keep it real. It's not, we've still got to live, still got to have a life, still got to have fun. Just with that little bit of moderation in there. However, got to have a little bit of what you fancy, don't you? So experiences are there, memories are made. £2 was gained, but that's absolutely fine. So this week, kind of coming back off that, on the back of that, being this cold that I came back from London with has actually wiped the floor with me. I have been proper lethargic, really feeling pretty pants. I've been proper craving, at the beginning of the week and kind of last weekend, been craving that beige food. The suppression hasn't been there. Whereas before, this 5 milligram has been absolutely kicking my arse. And I've been really, really struggling to even think about food and eating. But over this last weekend and the beginning of this week, it's been, like I say, suppression's not been there. I actually went into the fridge and double checked my pen that I'd actually taken my last dose, because I just didn't feel like it was even working. So has anybody else kind of, if you've been poorly, had a cold, has anybody else kind of had that experience with it and not being as effective when you've been poorly? Pop that in the comments and see, because I'd be really interested to see if anybody else has kind of had that experience, because like I say, it's the first time I've been poorly whilst I've been taking this. So it'd be really interesting to know if anybody else has experienced this as well. Pop it in the comments below. Okay, so hopefully in a bit of shade now. I think I might be able to see you. So let's get back to it, shall we? I keep getting distracted. Right, so this week, like I say, suppression has started to kind of kick back in again from Tuesday onwards, which is really helpful. Because of my little kind of glitch last week, I was quite keen to try and see if I was on track. Now, I'm quite against this, what I'm going to tell you, as you might have seen in one of my other videos, because Stuart does it, which is a midweek weigh-in. So, yeah, the reasons why, I'll tell you in a second. Morning. So it's like the bloody 25 up here today. So I don't normally do a midweek weigh-in for this particular reason, but I wanted to see if I had done enough to get back on track. So Wednesday, I jumped on the scales and I had actually lost 3.9 pounds since Friday. So I'm rounding that up to 4 because it's closer, damn it. So that took me to my next stone, bang on my next stone bracket. So I was proper chuffed and proper surprised about that, because like I say, the week before, being poorly, snacks not being great. So to lose £4, I was absolutely over the moon. I'm really quite shocked. So that kind of gave me a little bit of a boost then for the rest of the week to know that actually I was back on track. But what I've done this week to help with that is to really cut it back to basics. So if you've seen one of my previous videos where I've done kind of our weekly shop and the types of things that we buy and the types of foods that we're eating, I do try and keep as unprocessed as possible. So I've kind of done that and gone back to those basics this week. I've not done a massive amount of exercise, again, feeling crap, and work. I feel a bit rebellious coming out early this morning actually, because I know I've got stuff that I need to be getting on with, but I think I needed this today, just come out and get some fresh air and actually do a little walk. So really, really back to basics as well. And I think a bit of a reflection of that from the beginning of the week and last weekend. Yes, I was poorly, yes, I had a cold, but how lethargic and crap I have felt since kind of coming back from London. Don't know if that, like I say, if it was cold or the impact of the processed food that I've been eating as well. So not giving that energy, not giving that good calories as well. So I'm feeling lots better now that I'm back on the good stuff, back on the veggies, back on the chicken and the tuna as well. Got a bit of thing about pickled onions and beetroot, I'm not gonna lie. Has anybody else kind of got any like go-to weird snacks? Pop them in the chat. I'd be really interested in the chat, in the comments. I'd be really interested to know if you do have those little weird ones that you go to as well. I'm trying to find like different things just to change things up a little bit as well. One thing I have been having a little bit more of to get that sweetness, again trying to not have like chocolate and things. Do have a little Freddo every now and again, a little bit of a treat. But I've been having pineapple and strawberries just for that sweet, just that sweetness. Stuart laughs at me when I buy pineapple, because when I do normally buy one, it then sits on the side for probably 3 or 4 weeks until it goes mouldy and I have to put it in the bin. So kind of sees it as another kitchen decoration. But I've been good. I bought 2 and I've actually chopped them chop them all up, keep them in the fridge, and then snack on them as and when as well. So that is kind of what I've been doing this week. Like I say, back to basics as well. So what I am going to do this week, I've talked about this and I have done another video about it, is the 5th dose out of our pens, or the golden dose as it's called as well. Now I did try this to actually get it out of the pen, but to me it wasn't working properly and I don't think I would have actually got the full dose of what I needed. So I do know that people buy the needles, there's the diabetic needles, to extract that last dose out. So I've actually, after like 16 weeks of saying I'm going to do this, I've actually bought some needles and I'm going to do that today. I will do another little video and I will pop it in here for you to see how I get on as well. Hi, so I'm going to follow on from a previous video that I've done about getting that golden dose, that 5th dose out of my Mounjaro pen. So I've talked about this previously and I've tried to do that with the actual pen. What I've done this time is I've got myself some needles. So I'm going to give this a try today because it is Friday, it's Jabby Jabby Day. So I'm going to try this. I've never done it before, so you'll have to bear with me. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I know that it does work and a lot of people do this. Get that last little bit of dose out. Honestly, we pay enough for this, so let's make the most of it. So I've got my pen. This is my 5mm pen. It's in date, 5mg, and I got my little needle as well. So let me, got my little my wipe, give it a little clean. Now I've looked on the boxes and there should be the dose is actually 0.6ml. So this goes up to 100, so I'm assuming it's going to be 60 for this. So, ooh, that needle looks bigger. I don't know if you can see that. Eek. Looks bigger than the quick pen ones. God. Right, let's give it a try. So I'm assuming I'll just shove that in there and draw it out. Like I say, this is not recommended. I'm just trying this, so please don't. I'm just being silly and give it a go because I want to. Oh, there's more in there. So I'm going to stick with a 6ml. 0.6, so I'm assuming that is what that will be. There actually is still a little bit in there, and that has taken that up to 6 on there, on this one. So, eek! Gonna get it out. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this is gonna work. That needle is huge. I'm a little bit scared. I'm not gonna video me stabbing myself, but that all looks, in fact I should get a little bit more out because I need to squirt a bit out to get rid of the airlock in there as well. Get the air to the top. Eek. I feel like so that then is all nice and clear, no air in, and we are back to 6, 0.6 or 6 on there as well. Right, back in a second. Eek, done. That actually didn't hurt as much as what I thought it would. Honestly, that needle looked really quite big, but all done. So that is my first time I've actually took the 5th dose out of my pen. I feel much better now that it's not nearly empty. There's a smidge back in the end, but I feel much better about that. Yay! So, fingers crossed that's the right dose. And yeah, we'll see how we go next week. I will keep you posted. Speak to you soon. Bye. So let's get into my stats. So, like I say, it's four-week update. As I said earlier, I lost 3.5 pounds. Oh, so 4 pounds. Give you a little bit of a thing there, didn't I? A little teaser. So 4 pounds lost on Wednesday. So I've got on the scales today and I have put on 4 ounces. This is why I don't do midweek weigh-ins, because that would have been totally oblivious and I would have been absolutely over the moon with 3.5 pounds off. So I am over the moon with 3.5 pounds off. Please don't get me wrong. I am thrilled with that. So 3.5 pounds off, that takes me to 41 pounds. I'm £1.5 off my stone, 3 stone, which has taken an absolute age to get off. This 3 stone honestly is just there, but we're getting there. I'm going to turn around now and go back down. So yeah, so I have got that off, which I'm absolutely thrilled with. I'll put my photos on here, so my starting photos and my photo from today. I'll put your little bonus photo on of me trying to pose because I actually really quite likes it, and it's those little wins as well that make me smile. Looking at my first photo of when I started this journey 16 weeks ago, and I'm absolutely thrilled with the progress that I'm making so far. Halfway there, I still, in my mind, have another 3 stone to get off. Now I know some of you might go, what? It's all, honestly, you can't see it here. It goes off my head first, honestly. But my tummy is still really quite massive. And I get glimpses of myself when I walk past like the shop windows and stuff. And it's quite clear that I still have a long way to go. I think I told you about my gold jeans. Now, these are, again, looking for those off-scale wins. So I have this pair of jeans that are a slim fit, and I wore them when I was kind of at my fittest and lightest, about 9 years ago. And not a cat and else chance that I can get in those jeans. I tried them on, I think probably last month 3 update. I tried them on and I got Stuart to took a photo of me in those jeans. It is not pretty and you will not be seeing it, trust me, because the gap, I got them on my legs. Stand here for a minute. I got them on my legs, but I could not even get them anywhere near my belly, and my belly is literally just like hanging over the top of them. It is gross. However, I tried those on last week again just to see where we are at, and lo and behold, I got them on. I only bloody got them fastened, didn't I? Oh my actual God, I cannot believe it. So I could potentially get away with them if I had a baggy t-shirt on, but I don't think I feel comfortable wearing them just yet. They're still a little bit snug around my legs and my tummy. So, but massive off-scale win there as well. So well chuffed. Wardrobe choices are really, really opening up as well. It's amazing to be able to have a choice of actually what I'm going to wear. Some of my dresses from last year are actually starting to get a little bit big now as well, which is really nice feeling. My update t-shirt, so I wear this t-shirt when I have my photos taken, because that's the first one I wore. It's the tightest one I could find at the very beginning, because you have to show off your lumps and bumps. So I wear that same outfit, and I normally take that straight off and put it back in the drawer. I've actually left it on today because it is fitting much better. It's my old running t-shirt. So yeah, those kinds of things are really, really helpful to just remember how far I'm coming when you kind of not seeing or feeling a little bit flat. It's those things that really, really help to remind me of how far I'm come. So weight loss, yeah, absolutely fantastic. BMI I've looked at is I was 36, had a BMI of 36 when I started this. I am now still 29, so BMI of 29, showing me right out. 29.5 I think it is. So that is still coming down as well. Absolutely thrilled. The one thing that I am a little bit concerned about that is also coming down is my muscle mass. Because again, over the last 3 weeks, I haven't really done much exercise. That's another reason why I've made sure I've come out for a walk today. So my muscle mass is really kind of dropping, and I need to do something about that. I'm going to get some little weights so I can sit at my desk and do little weights rather than the big kettlebells, because I've got some serious bingo wings going on and saggy bingo wings. So I'm going to get some little weights as well, just to help with that. So overall, I'm proper thrilled, really, really chuffed with how everything is going as well. Let me just have a little check of my notes, because you know what I'm like. I've got a memory like a sieve. Oh, there is something that I was going to talk to you about actually. So we talked earlier, or I talked earlier, about kind of those cravings and giving in to kind of some naughtiness while we're away. And one thing again that I've reflected on this week is how much I need routine, because second I get out of routine, that's it, everything goes out the window. Is anybody else like that as well? Do you kind of need your routine to be able to keep on track? Pop in the comments below. And what do you do to try, if you are out of routine, like going away or anything? The reason I say this is because we are off again next week for another 3 days. So next week, I'm not going to be able to weigh in on Friday because we're actually away in Liverpool. So it'll be a Saturday weigh-in after 3 days away. Guess what that's going to be like? But I will try. I will try, I promise. So yeah, so how do you kind of manage that, being out of routine and trying to keep on track with your weight loss? This time out, because we are driving, I'm going to take more with us to try and be more, to make better health choices with kind of food and snacks and things as well. More people are coming. So yeah, so just let me know how you feel about kind of being able to stay on track with that routine. as well. So it's like the M25 in here today. So routine and how you kind of manage that, because that is definitely a challenge as well. And also on reflection, hate that. Absolutely hate it. I don't know why I said it. Sorry. Scrap it out. I don't know about anybody else, but after a certain amount of time of either being on a diet or trying to lose weight, and I don't want to call this a diet because it's not. It's a lifestyle change. It's building healthy habits. Do you get bored? Do you get like proper fed up of watching what you're eating, having to exercise? I do. And I think this is where I fell down previously. I get bored after about 3 months, which is really worrying because I'm kind of not way past that at all. I'm 16 weeks, so like 4 months. I don't know if that's why I went a little bit off the rails in London, because I just was craving some naughtiness. Is anybody the same? Do you get fed up and tired of being good? Do you ever kind of crave that? Want to go out and let your hair down and get totally smashed and have a kebab or a pizza? I do. I'm not craving, that's the wrong word. Quite fancy to face plant into a Chicago town stuffed crust pepperoni pizza. That is something that I keep thinking about. Clearly I'm not going to, because I'd probably puke. But it's just there. You're just like, I need to kind of scratch that itch. So a very good friend of mine at work did make a suggestion, or rather than getting the big pizza, have the little small ones, the individual 2 little ones out of the pack. So, because it's Friday, I always have a little treat on Friday. Might have to do that today, just to scratch that itch and have that tiny little pizza, rather than face planting into a big one, because that's just not going to happen. So I'd be interested to know kind of your thoughts on that. If you get bored, how do you manage that? Do you give in and have those little treats? Keeping it real, keeping it as real as possible. And I think it's good to have a little treat. I think if you totally eradicate everything out of your diet, any treats, any goodies, do you find that you crave it even more? I know I do. Like, no, I can't have that. Well, I'm a little bit rebellious like that, and I'll just go, well, I'm gonna have it then. So it'd be interesting to know what your thoughts are on that as well. Right, I've waffled on far too much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, please. It's greatly appreciated. I do still check lots. I'm sad, I know. So like I said, next week I may be a bit late uploading because we are away till Friday. Get back. Weigh-in will more than likely be Saturday, unless I can find like a Boots or something that I can get in and get on the scales. But I think I'll probably wait until get on my own for that consistency when I get home. So I may be a bit late uploading next week. As well, so thank you for watching. Don't forget, any questions, any comments, please pop those below. And it's been lovely to see you all again. Best get back and do some work now. Right, I'll see you soon. Bye.